I recently interviewed Stavroula, and we ran out of time to talk about her series Switch. She was in the middle of Sundance and just couldn't spare the time. But I asked her to record some answers to some questions I sent her about the series. The series is about the dominatrix world. It's fictional, but it's based on a true story. And I got to edit the series, so of course my heart is in it as well, and it was really great to work with Stavroula. It's really nice when somebody allows an editor to be creative and not just a technician. So I do want to mention that, a little shout out to her as a thank you. And now, without further ado, Stavroula and Switch.
Thank you, Sherry. I loved working with you as well, and I hope that we get to do it again sooner than later. So Switch is based on a true story, and it's about an immigrant woman who feels sick and tired of being treated like a doormat, and she looks for ways to empower herself. And as a result of that, she begins training to become a professional dominatrix in New York's most exclusive BDSM establishment.
I asked Stavroula to talk about financing the project and how she managed to get such great locations.
The financing for this, even though I didn't expect it, came through easier and faster than any of the other projects I have ever worked on, whether they were my own projects or I was brought on as a producer to help make them happen. Personal contacts, people that I've known for a while that I felt comfortable sharing with them at some point that, hey, I have dived into the world of professional domination to do research for a project, but guess what? I really like this and I love what it's doing, for me. They seemed to be pretty fascinated, and every time that we would meet, they wanted to hear more about my experiences, the clients, the girls, everything that was going on. And these were pretty much the first people that I went to when I decided to turn this into a series. And they were excited and happy to support the project. Of course, nothing is as easy as it sounds. There was a whole process of understanding how this would work, how they would be able to make their money back, the risk that they're taking when they're investing in anything that has to do with filmmaking. And when it came to locations, I'm very grateful to people like Mistress Ariana Chevalier of the Parthenon in New York City, a professional BDSM establishment that I used to book space to session from with my clients as an independent dominatrix. She was kind enough to allow us to have the space and to be able to film there, which was, again, it was a dream come true because I really wanted to film in a real dungeon, in a real BDSM establishment, and I didn't want to go anywhere else. That was my first choice, and I'm happy that it worked out. And then we filmed at my apartment, at another apartment that one of my producers got us, two amazing locations in Astoria that one of my executive producers got us. It was just, things were flowing and things were happening. And there was something really magical about the time of, making Switch.
Stavroula opted to self-distribute, so I asked her to talk about why she made that decision and how it's going and where you can see the project.
I decided that I wanted to tell the story in my own terms and maintain the authenticity of this world and represent it in the best way possible, not only for my own story and my own journey into the world of professional domination, but also for the stories of all the incredible men and women that I met along the way, right? So I decided I wanted to do this in my own terms, and we did create a platform, switchtheseries.com, where people in the US and around the world would be able to purchase the series and watch it. People are not really used to having to buy a web series. Everything is online for free these days. But for me, it was very important to show that, no, we did the work. We did really great work. And we're not willing to give our work out for free. So the series has done really well. It's been watched in so many countries all around the world. And we have been getting, to this day, I get feedback about how people felt when they were watching it, how eye-opening it was, who their favorite character is, when are we going to be releasing a season 2, and all of that. So the only obstacle that we came across was being able to market this online because of the subject matter and certain restrictions that are implemented online. So we have decided that after all this time, we want to get more eyes on the project and we want to share this with a wider audience. So we're going to be releasing it on YouTube for free. And I guess, we'll have the information available for that. In the meantime, people can still visit switchtheseries.com and watch season 1. And you can follow us and send us a message on Instagram or Facebook at Switch the Series. And I actually really look forward to releasing Switch on YouTube and seeing what it does from there.